So today we're going to take a look at the Nokta triple score and the Minelab Elite over the test blocks. Now these blocks have 5 levels of different difficulty now, starting at level 1, which is same plane, then ½ inch, then 1 inch, then 1.5 inch, and now we have 1.5 inch with the nail on a 45-degree angle, also starting at 1.5 inches. Now these levels of difficulty are all iron tests, but I did create the level 5 that has a nail on a 45-degree angle because, and I also made the target removable just for testing, updates and making sure I'm getting, the ID on the nails and then what corresponds to it when the target is in there. But this is a level 5, the same setup, 2 nails and 1 on a 45, because we don't always dig nails that are flat. Some are 45, some are straight up and down. This is a very difficult test here. And we're going to show the Elite and the triple score over both of them. But I also brought the Deus 2 out here just to show you how it reacts on the level 5 and how far along these cheaper machines have come. Now the Exterra Elite and the triple score are like neck and neck. You would think that there are spies in Turkey and Australia with how close that they're going to be and the same tendencies that they have, whether iron volume is activated or iron volume is off on these targets. The Deus 2 is out here. I'm going to show it quickly. You've all seen the Deus 2 run through this test, but what I do have is I have sensitive full tones on right now with no iron volume, reactivity 3, audio response, everything else is stock, other than I removed most of the stuff from discrimination. So 0 silencer, I moved it to 2 tones, I took off bottle cap, and we're just going to go over these now with no iron volume, because you're going to notice on the triple score and the Elite, when I remove iron volume, you get a lot better ID, like the same tendencies. It's pretty crazy to see. So here's the his sensitive full tones. We could take a look at fast as well, but sensitive full tones has the more opened up iron filter. So here it is over the V-nickel. 7, 6, 7. There's nothing I can do to this machine to get past level 4 or level 5 without just a 7 or 8 ID. And here's the dime. You don't hear anything from it without iron volume. And with iron volume on, all you do is hear the iron. All right, let me just put that up to 10 so you can hear it nice and loud. Come up high, we start getting it a little bit close to it. 87, there's a 7, there's an 81, right? So the best out of the machine for unmasking is definitely full tones, because it uses that filter. But let's see how it acts on the iron, make sure we're not getting... Nope, it does good. Wide open, sensitive full tones, it does really good. But we've noticed from trying to run a silencer at 0 with sensitive full tones that XP actually went back and put in the older filters in most of the programs because of the nail falsing that we were having. So here's fast mode, and this is fully opened up. So pitch mode, bottle cap 0. Let's remove the notch. And I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I want to show you how they react. So this silencer 0. Pitch audio, let's see what we're at for recovery. Bottle cap 0, notch, silencer 0. All right, let's take a look at recovery speed. Reactivity is 3. No ID. This one, 7. This one's hitting it, but the famous 7, 8, 9 ID. Let's try reactivity 5. Go all the way up. 7. All right. These cheaper machines are passing, when it comes to unmasking, they are passing the Deus 2. I don't know why, but they are. All right, so let's take a look at the triple score. So what we're going to do with the triple score is we're going to use Park Mode Multi 2, and we're going to go through all the blocks with this. So Multi 2, let's go over recovery speed 5, iron filter is 0, All right, just stock park mode. Ferrous is off right now. We'll put it. Let me go back to multi 2. We'll put put it on G right now to eliminate the ground. Here's the nails. A little bit of popping. Other than that, pretty quiet. All right, we'll remove that when we get to it. So the main point of this test is to look at if it's pulling from the iron, if it's pulling the non-ferrous, but also what do our tones look like, all right? So here is same plane next to a buffalo nickel. $32. Now if I were to remove, this is just an example, if I were to remove the iron, see, we don't get that bouncing because we've taken iron out of the equation. We'll leave it in until we get to those harder blocks, and I'll show you on how both of these machines are reacting. Pretty impressive. So here's same plane next to a high conductor, a bob or dime. All right. This is a 1/2 inch raise next to a dime. Right, good signal. You can hear, you see the iron. It's seeing the iron with that low ID, and then it's pulling the non-ferrous. 1/2 inch raise next to a buffalo nickel. It's a nice two-way hit. Well, mostly nice two-way hit. Yep, breaking up a little bit. But if I turn this ferrous off, watch this. All right. Now this is a 1 inch raise next to a nickel. Same thing, ID, and then popping that 32. All right, 1 inch raise next to a dime. Turn ferrous off. All right, level 4. Now we're getting crazy. Tough tests. All right, so this is 1.5 inch next to a piece of gold. $35. Oh, let me put the iron back on. Pulling it right through. Out of level 4, this is the toughest test. This is a 1.5 next to a Merc dime. See, let's listen for 2 hits. Let's turn ferrous off. Really tough test. This is 1.5 next to a silver quarter. All right, now level 5. We're talking 45-degree angle with a nail. These are all square nails as well, and then 2 laying flat across the top. Now, we're only getting an ID on the iron, but watch this. Turn ferrous off. Pretty crazy. And the same goes for this test here, which is that's a dime, and now here is a V nickel, and we'll put ground back on. See the iron is a 5, and then you see the 33 popping in. Turn ferrous off. Look at that ID. Are you going to dig a 33, or are you going to dig a 7.8 with the Deus 2? You know, I've said that a lot. People call that machine a great unmasker, but it is tone-wise. It is tone-wise, right? It's hitting both of these tone-wise. But that ID, I use ID. I use every feature that they give us. I use ID with the Manicore. I like the screen. Any other piece of information that can be brought to my ears or my eyes is great for hunting. Some people just put that remote in their pocket and they're good to go, and hey, that's awesome too. But when I just dig 7 and 8s, I do dig a lot of nails. And that machine on sensitive full tones at 0, it pops a lot on the nails. You got to go up a little bit and forget it. If you go past iron filter you know, 1 or 2, you're not seeing any of this level 4 stuff here, or level 5. So now let's take a look at the Exterra Elite. We're in Park 2. We have our recovery maxed out at 3, and we are -1 FE. All right, and that was a big part of testing here is, all right, we're gonna look at -1, but how does it do on the nail? So very similar. I'm getting less popping on -1. Oh, there's 1 pop there. So very similar to the triple score. When you use these machines wide open like this, it's going to make it for a more frustrating hunt if the place is loaded with nails. This is best case scenario. These nails are out of the ground and hot glued to wood. So when there's minerals and stuff in the ground with it, if you might be getting more popping. So everything you see here in these tests is best case scenario. But if it can do it, that's what I like to see before I go out to the field and know what it's capable of. If you just get a machine and head out to the field, you don't know if it's going to get past level 2 or level 3 without testing. And the same thing goes for a depth test with a test garden. All right, so we're wide open right now. We have the ability to just tap this button and show the difference here. So let's look Park 2 in his same plain buffalo nickel. See how it's seeing both? Just like the triple score. All right, level 1 buffalo nickel. Turn off the iron. All right. And we'll talk about conclusions after this as well. So his level 2 1/2-inch raised. Half-inch raised, that's a dime. Here's a nickel. Turn iron off. All right, level 3, 1-inch raised next to a nickel. One-inch raised next to a dime. Now, if you're thinking, like, why am I only hearing one tone when it comes? I have both this and the Elite in the 2-tone program. All right, level 4, getting crazy. Difficult test. Next to the gold, 1.5 inches raised. Let's turn iron off. You know, not the best ID. I mean, not the best audio, but man, it's showing a good ID when you pull it next to it. It's not showing a 7, 8, 9. All right, next to the dime, tough. Put iron on. What I'm doing is I'm going up and down with the coil just to show examples, if you could see that on video. All right, next to the quarter, 1.5 inch raised. That one's tough. That one's tough. All right, now level 5 with the dime. So we'll leave iron on first. All right, you see the negative numbers. It's seeing the iron both ways. Let's turn it off. Just here, the non-ferrous. All right, now next to the nickel, put ferrous on. And put ferrous off. Two-way hit. Let's take the dime out of this one because we showed this with it. Let's just make sure we're only hearing the iron. Well, let's put the iron on. No falsing. I think the Exterra Elite does better on this one, but I was pretty sure the triple score did better on that one. I don't know. These things are neck and neck. Right now, $479 Pro Pack for that one. Comes with 2 coils and headphones. Pro Pack for this one, $5.99. And both of them, with less features than the Deus 2, are doing better on this test than the Deus 2. So everyone, thank you for watching. These are They're both awesome machines. You know, to to come through these level 4 and level 5 tests with just hearing, you know, even a one-way or two-way, seeing it next to iron on difficult tests like this is for less than $500 for the triple score. Now the triple score has a relic mode and more single frequencies than the Elite. So Nokta kind of stepped over the Elite and gave you some more single frequencies as well as a relic mode with some iron reject. But coil wise, they're both that LG30. This is called the SC30, but same footprint, same on the V12 there. This uses Bluetooth headphones. Minelab's use the proprietary headphones. I think this is going to come down to what you're used to as well. If you like the Nokta Legend, I like this better than the Legend. That might piss off Nokta, but I like this better. I like the menu layout. I like the keypad better than the Legend. Now, if you like Minelab tones and Minelab menu, the Exterra Elite is awesome. Either one of these machines you can start with in the hobby and not grow out of it unless you decide to modify tone bins, or in the case of the triple score where you like to pick single frequencies, which this gives you 510, what was it? We just looked at it. 15 and 20, I think. Let's take a quick look at that. 4, 15, and 20 for singles. So it doesn't offer the 40 that's in the Legend, which would be good for, you know, if you're hunting small gold or something. But, you know, you'd have to have a specific tendency to want to deviate and create tone buckets and bins and value by tone bin to need anything more than either one of these machines. And you can see how similar they work on these tests. Everyone, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.